Hey there, folks. Howdy. Time once again to do some retro CSS battles. These are from July of 2024. We've got July, what is this? July 10th, 11th, and 12th. Let's get right to it. Okay, so today I just see two linear gradients, I think. Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if that's right. Okay, so the first linear gradient is just left to right. Linear gradient. Normally, I would be very excited to do a conic gradient, but I don't see that today. 90 degrees, and it's yellow. Yeah, yellow, comma, that. And it starts in the upper corner. Actually, it doesn't even matter. We only need an x, the x coordinate, and then it needs a width, 40 pixels. So I need that to be completely synced up with the oranges. So 40, 50, 60, 70. That could be right. So if it's 70, then probably that's 50 pixels and 0. All right. That's part one. And then on top of that, we could do a paragraph element. We could do so many different things, but I'm just seeing a regular linear gradient, which is transparent, and then orange to cover, and then a yellow between after that, and then orange, and then transparent. That's it. So you kind of are seeing that, but we need a color stops, 50 pixels, 0. So 50, 60, 70, 80. And then if that's 20 pixels, then it's 100 pixels. And then 0, 140 pixels. Put that other color stop in. And then we get to, say, 550, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. And then that's 220 pixels, and then 0. And let's find out. I kind of see an outline there. It's possible this is not a perfect match, but no, it is. All right, so let's minify and unit replace, and that is our solution to this particular problem. Many choices in terms of how to do a puzzle like this. You could use lots of elements. You could do it all in flex. You could do many choices. You could have elements with borders, element, like that. So that's kind of fun. All right, next. This guy seems simple, but I think what I see. So I'm inclined to do my quad, but I think that that's how I did it before. Like, this is one of the ones I think I invented the quad plugin for. But I think that I want to do it a little simpler. Let's do an aspect ratio of 1 on an object. Aspect ratio, because I want a perfect square, and I want a margin 0 auto. And I'm going to remove the margin from the body, and then I want to put the background to be this light green, and then I'm going to put the green on the body, and I'm going to do all my work, or I'm going to try to do all my work on just the paragraph tag. Yeah, so more margin on the top and side to height. Oh, so the height is, it's going to be bigger, 150 or something, 160, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And what I'm looking at is whether that lines up. So, okay, so then I need margins 50, too much, 40, 41, 42, 41 maybe. Okay, now here's what I want to do. I want to do a clip path, and it's going to be 8 points, clip path. polygon. Now, the top, bottom, left, and right points are easy. They're 50%, 0. They're 100%, 50%. They're 50%, 100%. And they're 0, 50%. So that's what that looks like. It's these middle parts that are the tricky part. So that point is, it's inward a little bit. So is it at 75%? 25%? That can't be right, because that would be the midpoint of a straight line, and we need it to be slightly in and down. So how do we get that right? Let's try like subtracting 2 and then adding 2. That's pretty good. So no guarantee that that's going to work, but we'll try it. So this guy is going to be also 72%, and this one's going to be 75 minus 2, 73%, comma. All right, and then the next point, so now we're going to try to do this one, is 27%, 72%, 73%, comma. Maybe 26, 27, 28. Little worrisome, probably not great. And then a final point that's at 25%, 25%, but neither of those is correct. We want it to be a little further up, 27, and a little further down, 27. A little bit troubly. All right, so then on the body there, I'm going to do a radial gradient, and I think that's all we need. Radial gradient, circle, and we want the dark color, 20 pixels, and then this color, 0, and it's at 50%, it's in the middle, it's got a height and a width, 50 pixels to start with, and we need a slash between the background position and the background size, and we want to not repeat. And then I need a backup color, the light color, to be what's behind it. So now that's what that looks like. Let's make it bigger. 70, 80, 100, 110, 120. So this is probably 120 as well. And weirdly, oh, because 1200, yeah, okay. Well, let's see if that's a match. I think the percentages are our problem here with this approach. The percentages on these polygons, the clip path, but we'll see. We might get, so yeah, 96.9%, not terrific. Lots of little edges there that are a problem. Oh, and more, haha, that circle is just wrong. Let's try that. Yeah, so that explains 96.9%. This is probably 99.8. 99.9, okay. Still, not the number that we're looking for. So this is our number. How about, let's increase that number. 8, 28, 28. Oh, look at that. 27. So is this height of this wrong? Let's try 7, 8, 9. This is where it all falls apart. we might have the size of that wrong for this technique. I really wanted this technique to work. You know, it's a straightforward number of elements. Yeah, it's concerning. All right, so let's do each one of these points. So the first point we got is this one. That looks pretty good. It's the last two middle points. So let's try 24, 25, 26.5. And then how about a little bit more margin? Or a little less width. How about 2.5? No. Yeah, no. This is no good. I don't have confidence in these points. They're all just a little bit off. That makes it a terrible solution. So let's totally rethink this. Bummer. Sorry, ClipPath. You don't get to play today. All right. Now we're going to take that paragraph element, and we are still going to do a ClipPath. ClipPath 50%, 0, 100%, 100%, 0, 100% on that ClipPath, and it's a polygon. That'll give us a triangle. You can't see it yet. Sorry. Height of 100, and the background is a simple, straightforward light green. And there's your triangle. Great. So we've got 4 triangles. Triangle P, and then PB, and we have a second set, PB. So each one of these is a triangle. Each one is a slightly different triangle. So for B, that triangle is going to be a different polygon. So we'll variabilize that var P for polygon, or that default. And then this clip path is going to be polygon, dash P, dash P colon is at, so we got to choose one of these side ones to do, and I guess we'll do 100%, 0, 100%, 100%, 0, 50%, and that gives you another triangle. And then we'll do P plus P is scale -1, and then B plus B is scale -1 minus, or minus, also minus, oh wait, is that all we need? That can't be right. Maybe that's all we need. Maybe that's actually, might be what we need. Okay, we might not need this. All right, enough of that. Okay, so now we use margins and heights to set these things correctly. B is a little taller, so we need a height. We'll do a var dash H for 100. And then this B is also got a height, and let's call it 80. And then this is actually smaller, 50. So those are all of our triangles. Okay, and we do need a B plus B scale to flip him the other way around. So is -1, 1. That's not doing what I expect at all. Why? Oh, because why? Okay, so those are the numbers that I need to get those into place. The issue is that nothing's in the right place. So with margin, we'll also variabilize the margins. Margin is going to be a set of numbers of var dash dash m or some number, and that's going to be like 20, 100. Okay, so let's push, push, push. 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 152. That looks pretty good. All right, so our second guy, what are his margins? His margins are M is, what's his M? It's like 100, 152. That's not too bad. How about 80? 80? No, 100, 10, 20. Okay. So that gets the second one into place. Now, here's where it gets fun. These margins are going to be weird, and they're asymmetric because we're using the margins to push them into place. Also, we don't know if we have the heights right yet. Do we have these? Yeah, we have those heights right. Minus 100, 300, 0, 50. So minus 200. Okay. And I guess I need to do a background red to make sure I see which one's which. Oh, they're both that. All right, great. So let's do a background red on the B plus B. All right, so we're working on this one here, the first one. Just to make sure that we're working on the correct element. This margin needs to be more, negative 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. And then this number is bigger, 100. And then this number is smaller, 260, 270, 260, 50, 51, 2. Great. 10, 80, 81, 82. That looks great. So this is way better than what we had before. So there's our scaling, and now our margins here should be, have a big minus number here, minus 400, no, 300, and then 82, 0, 252, probably. No, it's actually less. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And each one of those margins pushes it into place. Hopefully this is going to be a match. I'm not ultra confident. That is 100% match. I'm very pleased and pretty surprised, as you can tell. Okay, so I'm going to move scale to be a variable. But scale :var of dash dash s bar dash dash s for scale, or 1, and 1 is just a normal scale, and then I can use dash dash s and dash dash s. And remove some trailing semicolons. I guess in theory I could use a more terse variable name for the polygons, but I'm not going to bother right now. I'm not going to bother. Not right now. Not ever. Not today. But that's so radial gradient gets a circle, and then each one of those triangles is its own element. So that's a solution. Yeah, I'm disappointed that the clip path was just slightly off. Getting what those points are can be very tricky, particularly for a centered item, because it's possible some of those widths need to be like half as tall as you think they are. And it's also possible that a clip path on a bigger element would be simpler mathematically to generate those points, but yeah, that's how it goes. All right, next. What do I see? I think all of this is on the. So here's the core of what I want. I want to do a conic gradient which comes up from the bottom. So that's at 50%, 100%. So that's the center is at the bottom of the element, and it's from something like, well, I guess from has to come before at. It's going to be from 90, 180, no, 90, 180, 270, and what is that? 80, 70, so 340 degrees. And it's going to be a transparent, like 30 degrees. So transparent, 30 degrees, and then the dark, the light color. And then a color stop. There it is. So something along those lines. So that's the shape that we're doing. But we also, well, we need the correct background on this. So set margins to create that shape. So we need a top margin of -8 to overcome the body's default. 0 background and 0 or -8 here as well. So our width is going to get pushed by, well, I guess it's 200. Sure. Oh, it's almost 200. Maybe it's one. Oh, because it's 192. There it is. So as you can see, that is close. Like the ballparking there, and I don't think I've ever done anything quite this way. How about 39? How about 38? All right, and then how wide is that angle? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 44, 0.1, 0.5. Let's see, 44. A little worried about that angle. But let's make a second one. There it is. P plus P. So I'm going to scale it, or I'm going to rotate it, or I'm going to do something. I mean, I could do rotate 180 degrees, and that would do it. I could also variabilize this, or variabilize this. Var, yeah. Var O origin -- O. Oh wait, can I do that? Maybe I can't. I would need to variabilize both things, so that's a bad idea. No, it's easier to just flip it upside down. We just scale -1. That's the easiest. And then let's do a translate. Rather than change the margins, we'll translate it over 200 pixels, and then 100 pixels or something, 108 pixels. Boom. Boy, I hope that's 100%. If it's not, I gotta rework. the whole thing. That is 100%. So yes, is this a strange way to do it? Slightly, yes. You could do 2 linear gradients, 1 from each side. You could do, yeah, many choices. You could actually do, for this one, there's few enough points that you could probably do a clip path to do the outer shape or the inner shape and have it work. But we'll minify and unit replace, and that's a certainly a way to do this. So submito, final answer, and that's a better score than I've gotten in the past. So that one again was July the 10th, 11th, and 12th of 2024. Continuing my efforts to do all these daily targets on video. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you're having a great day, and be good to each other out there, okay? And hey, make a webpage. Web pages are so great. All right, bye.